My name is Naomi Sparks. I've been married for almost 11 years to Eric Sparks.
I am Eric Sparks.
We started out with 8 kids that we each had 4, and then we've added 2 more of our own.
Naomi and I met on eHarmony.
In 2010, at the end of 2010. He knew right away that I had 4 kids because I put a picture of myself with the kids on eHarmony.
I could tell from the picture that all the kids were about the same age, but I didn't have a picture of the kids on mine, so I don't think she knew until later.
When I found out that it was 4 kids, I don't think I had a problem with it.
My initial reaction, knowing that I had 4, was, that's a lot.
My mom, she was kind of like hesitant, like, wow, that's going to be a whole lot for you. But I think that she didn't doubt my ability to manage it. My dad said, whoa, like, think about this. This is like work-wise and all of that. But when we told them we were going to go ahead and get married, they were super supportive of it.
My parents' reaction was, we're not surprised at all. I was on my way to go see Naomi, and I stopped to tell my parents. And so they asked the question, well, does she have any kids? And I said, yeah, she has 4. And they were just like, we wouldn't have expected anything different.
We were pleasantly surprised at how well you kids did. You guys jumped in together and were not like, this is my sister, you're not my sister. We read books, and the things that they said in the book, we just didn't deal with.
Some of the biggest challenges of merging the 2 families was that we each had different custody arrangements. So I think that was the biggest challenge.
I think the age span is the hardest right now, because dealing with sending kids off to college while you're potty training another kid is a lot. And keeping track of everybody is just hard. We've got 6 people working now. So keeping track of work schedules, getting people together is really hard with kids this age because of work schedules, soccer schedules, band schedules. And so it's like we have to reserve time way in advance to say, hey, we're having a birthday party for your brother. And so you need to ask off work, and remembering who works on Saturday nights and has to be told to be asked off work, those kind of things.
Some of the bigger challenges now, I think the kids, learning more about the history and broken family and why we're blended and those kind of things, as some of those have come out, those challenges have been things I don't know that I was necessarily prepared for, and how that's impacted my life and Naomi's life and each of the kids' lives in different ways. And so that's been a challenge.
I feel like the chaos is more brain space now, especially like I said, keeping track of people. I think people picture it as that it's constantly loud in our house, constantly people moving around, coming and going. But for the most part, like we still have our routines, and we have downtime and quiet time. And so maybe not quite as much as people picture, but I think it's the chaos is different.
I think there are times it's probably as chaotic, but I think just, day-to-day life, and maybe it's because I'm used to it, but I don't think it's as chaotic as people would probably imagine that it might be.
To make time for each other with so much going on. Like I said, we met on eHarmony, and we were long distance until we got married. And so we kind of joked that we got married first and dated afterwards.
When all the kids were little, they went to bed early. We had that time after bedtime, after everybody went to bed, that we were able to spend with each other.
For 4 years, we had every other weekend with no kids around. And so that was our main time of like catching up, having time together, sleeping in, getting stuff done.
I think that's one of the other challenges. Maybe we didn't realize this, kids got older and they wanted to stay up later, that time got pushed back farther and farther. And so it's been harder to find that time. So we still have those weekends with less kids because of the schedules, but with Simeon and Jenny here, we don't necessarily have kid-free weekends anymore. And so we'll take advantage of grandparents watching them, and we can at least have some time together. But it has become more challenging as the kids got older.
We've just had to be creative and take what opportunities we have, whether it's 30 minutes to watch a Netflix show together or getting a whole weekend away from the kids.
Some of the upcoming bigger challenges that I see are, I think being, for me being a dad, I had a lot of my identity and who I am and wanted to be wrapped up in that. And so it is a challenge to not be needed as much anymore.
Having grandkids and my own middle schoolers, teenagers, whatever stage Jenny and Simi are at, it's just gonna be a lot, because like I'll want to be able to drop everything and come spend a week with you when a baby is born, or you know, getting out for college graduations when Jenny and Simi are still attending school and we can't pull them out.
You know, as kids scatter and move to different places, just being able to stay connected with them. And
I think it's going to be hard for us to transition to not having so many kids around, just because like we started with 8, and so ramping back down and knowing how to be together with just 2 kids around, that's going to be an adjustment for us.
There's been a lot of surprises and blending a family and the number of kids that I think we can look back on and just appreciate how good that's been. And even with all the challenges and all the struggle and all the things that kids might face because of growing up in a weird dynamic, I hope and pray that it's been a good thing. It's been good for me, as hard as it's been, and I hope that in 20 years from now we can look back on a video and think about these questions in a different way and still say it was worth it.